Thanks, Eric. Now on Bounce, as we head into the holidays, could there be a better time to focus on choices, character, kindness, and self-confidence within our families? One woman took her private pain and turned it into her passion, creating the Family Honor Plate. Michelle Weber is here to talk about it. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So we talked a little bit about this before we got on the air, but if you kind of want to explain what the Family Honor Plate is.
Yeah, well, I created the original Weber Family Honor Plate when my kids were just 2 and 4. So I felt like I was parenting by the seat of my pants. So I created a tool that I thought would be really good to reward their behavior.
Okay.
But as they grew and as I grew as a parent, I learned that it's so much more than that. It's about celebrating their character that they show by the choices and the behavior that they demonstrate that day. So it's about celebrating the character that they demonstrate by their choices. So, and then the Family Honor Plate became something that you would present their meal on the Family Honor Plate that evening, and you would celebrate them.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I feel like you kind of answered this a little bit, but what kind of led you to, what made you feel like this was something that was needed and that other families could use?
Yeah, well, I became super intentional about this as a parenting tool. When my kids were young, I had a 6-year-old who was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy. So now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to parent both my children to be really strong, happy adults. I was super intentional then. This little girl, physically we didn't know where things were going to go, but I did have the power to parent her to be a strong woman growing up. And she was going to have social skills, she was going to be kind, and she was going to give out, she was going to have just amazing character to attract that back into her life.
Right.
So,
So who is your audience for this? Who can use this?
So it's really to young parents where it starts, because, but it's really anybody who has family in their life. So young parents, the really cool thing about this and what it did for me as a tool, because I needed a tool for myself first. And the character traits in the center of the plate became my personal mantra, my moral compass. So rather than being frustrated and just flustered as a mom, I knew that everything I did had to come from a place of love and joy and patience and kindness. So first it put me in a lovely box of the way I needed to behave, because I know that we are the role models as parents. So that's first step in parenting. And then I would look for those things in the kids, and then I would celebrate that evening and talk about the character we saw, the impact it had on people, and how it made people feel, and then truly, that's what makes them beautiful. And everyone can be beautiful, and everyone can have character.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm curious, how did they respond to it? Did they take easy to it, or was it something that you kind of had to get them?
Oh gosh, no, absolutely. No, yeah, no. It's a big honor when you get the Family Honor Plate. You know, and then when my daughter once gave it to her dad and saying, "Daddy, we just want you to know how much we appreciate you. You work really hard during the week, and then you come home and you work really hard here during the weekends." And so that's a father being recognized by his children, showing gratitude. So anybody in all ages love to be reinforced and recognized for who they really are. So
excellent.
Yeah.
So it comes in a box like this. It's blank inside, but it has the black print in the middle. And then you decorate it. You paint it any way you want.
It's black and white, and then we have paints that you use on the outside rim. You bake it in your oven at home. I made my first at a pottery shop, but now you can to this at home. It makes a great girls' night out, a great craft to do with your kids, great birthday party activity. It's really cool.
It's so pretty. Where can people find it?
Right now, there's a few stores in Charlotte, but online at thefamilyhonorplate.com.
Excellent. Thank you so much for being here. This is a great idea.
Thanks for having me.
For more information, you can log on to WBTV.com and look in the web extras section right on the homepage. And again, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Delano.
Right back.